Hey guys, it's Ms.FitVegan and welcome back to my series, How to Get in Shape If You Hate Exercise. Now, this episode is special because I feel like this episode is actually worthy of an episode. Just doing these, I really don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going for it. But this episode, this is special because I have some actual, real knowledge and tips here. Alright, so let's get into it. This episode is about how to get crazy energy. The first one is fruit. It's really simple. It is so simple. Life is it's not easy, but it's simple. Okay, so what do I mean by fruit? So any kind of fruit is going to give you energy. So every single cell in our body runs on glucose. And our brain actually runs exclusively on glucose. Now, the best source of glucose is fructose. And of course, as we know, there are many forms of fructose, but the healthiest, the most easily digested, and the most easily assimilated source of fructose is fruit. Doesn't have to be organic. Of course, organic is going to trump conventional, but it doesn't have to be organic. But what it does have to be is ripe and fresh, and it has to taste good. If it tastes good, that means it's good for you when it comes to fruit. Now, when it comes to processed foods, obviously, if it tastes good, it's been altered, and it's not good for you. But fruit, in its natural state, no sugar added, is so good for you, and it will give you the most energy of anything on earth. I mean, I'm talking about natural, real, healthy, long-lasting stamina. I'm not talking about, caffeine or these crazy things that people do, pre-workouts. To each his own. But me personally, my body is a temple, and I cannot put anything inside of it that I do not find to be healthy. I don't know, that was just kind of weird when I said put stuff inside my body. I don't know, got a little sexual. Okay, let's move on. So it's best to eat fruits before any other type of food because fruit digests the quickest. Usually fruit digests anywhere between 20 minutes and 1 hour, depending on the fruit and the water content of the fruit. So the best thing ever is to have fruit for breakfast. Mono meals are great, so that means one type of fruit alone. And the reason why I love mono meals so much is because it allows your body to not only get all the nutrients from the fruit, your body does not have to work at all to break down and separate the food and the nutrients, and it's just so easily digested, and it really allows your body to focus on exporting energy instead of using energy for digestion. Okay, the second thing is water. Water. It doesn't even really matter what kind. Me personally, I drink spring water only, but if you are drinking tap water or something like Poland Spring or, one of those mainstream waters, I would recommend putting fresh lemon juice in it, which will help alkalize the water and energize you. So my goal right now is to drink 3 liters of water a day. And it's not that hard if I start the day off by drinking a bottle, like a liter. So I have my water right here. This is, it doesn't say, okay? But I think that this is 1.5 liters because it's 50 ounces. I think that's 1.5 liters. I'm not sure, but I just spit everywhere. If I gulp this down first thing in the morning, I know that I'm on my way to reaching my goal. They do say that you want to drink, the experts, they say that you should drink half your body weight in ounces. And that's a good start, I think. But I have found personally that that's not enough water for me. And the more water that I drink, the better I feel, the more hydrated I feel, the more energetic, and the more concentration I have, and just something about water. Obviously we are 75% water, and we constantly need to be replacing that. Of course, the healthiest water is fresh Thai coconut water. I mean, I have about 1 or 2 coconuts a day, but if I don't live in the tropics, I live in New York City. So that's not really realistic for me. So in my opinion, the second best is spring water. All right, so let's talk about the third tip. The third tip for crazy energy, I would say, is spirulina. So I would recommend the powder. I think it's a little more potent, and also I would recommend a powder that needs to be refrigerated. You take a teaspoon and put it in your smoothie every day. Ooh, the energy is really good from spirulina. It's a blue-green algae, and it's really high in vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and also it just really, I don't know what it is about it, but it wakes you up, and give it like 10-15 minutes. You will really feel it. I have never taken the pills, so I'm not sure, but I assume that they will have a similar effect. And this is all natural energy. There's no caffeine. This is healthy. It is a algae, and it's super energizing and so high in chlorophyll. I mean, that's the reason why it's energizing, is because it has such a high chlorophyll content. I used to do wheatgrass. I don't do wheatgrass anymore. I don't think it's healthy, and I will talk about that in another video. Another controversial video. So let's move on to the fourth tip for crazy energy, which is green smoothies. I love green smoothies. They are just so yummy, and if you are like me and you're trying to lose weight, you want to make sure it's more of a low-fat one. So I used to make my own almond milk. I used to put almond butter in it. I used to put coconut meat in it. You know, you name it. So now what I'm doing is I'm either using just coconut water or just plain water. It's always fruit-based and has lots and lots and lots of greens. I'm talking about use an entire head of kale. And the secret to making it still, you know, palatable, is that the word? And the secret to making it still palatable and taste good are dates. I always put about 3 or 4 dates into my smoothies. Neutralizes any type of, you know, bad taste that the greens might have. Spinach usually is probably the best tasting green, but you don't always want to have the same green. You want to mix it up. You want to have kale, you want to have chard, you want to have collard greens, you want to have different greens. Don't have the same green for more than, you know, a week or 2. You want to mix it up. Some greens to never have in your smoothies are, you know, like arugula, or like any of the bitter tops, like beet tops and carrot tops. I mean, like, those are kind of bitter, so you might want to stay away from those. But basically the best ones: spinach, kale, chard, collard greens. I would say those are the ones that I rotate the most. And you really don't taste them as long as you put dates. I always put bananas and frozen fruit. So try it out, and you will find that your energy will just be so through the roof, and it, you know, it will so help you to be able to exercise, and, you know, after work, before work, after school, before school. You need energy to reach your goals. That's one of the things that is just, you know, you're not gonna be able to work out if you're tired. So you gotta find a way to get energy. And the fifth and final tip for crazy energy, which will help you exercise, which is crucial if you want to get in shape. The fifth tip is a cold shower. Hate it. Now, let me talk about this. So I started doing this, you know, recently. Because I started waking up super early. I'm trying to become a morning person. I'm not a morning person, but I am becoming one, not by choice. But this trick really works. So I'm in the shower. I love my showers. And I have my hot shower, and then at the last few seconds, I will turn the water to the wall so that it's going on the wall, and I will turn it to ice cold. And me personally, this is all it takes to wake me up. I put my poor left arm, I'm sorry baby. I put my poor left arm in that cold water every day, and I just, like, I don't even look, and I just let it go on the arm, and it is so cold that instantly wakes me up. Really great tip. And, hopefully I really want to fully take a cold shower because I know it's really good for your skin, it's good for your hair, but I just can't do it. So it's just this poor baby arm. And I feel so bad for this arm, but that wakes me up, let me tell you. Let me tell you. That's a wake up. And that energy lasts a long time. I don't know the science behind it. Obviously, I'm not a scientist. I'm a Misfit vegan, but check it out and try it if you don't. And if you're too afraid to do the whole cold shower thing, just do your arm. Doesn't matter which arm, or your leg, whatever. Do some part of your body and watch yourself get energized. Okay, let's talk about these tips. So the first one was fruit, second one was water, the third one was spirulina, fourth one was green smoothies, and then the fifth one was a cold shower. Now, for the first four, consistency is key. So you can't really expect to have amazing, crazy energy if you eat like shit, you never drink water, you don't add spirulina to your smoothies, and you don't have green smoothies. And like one day you do it, and then the next day you go back to eating crappy food, and you expect the energy to transfer. It's just, listen, consistency. Add these things into your daily routine, and I promise you your energy will skyrocket. But you need to be consistent. The only thing that doesn't need to be consistent is the cold shower. Just do that whenever you feel super tired, when you're waking up really early, and you just like, even in the middle of the day before a workout, or even at the gym, as soon as you get to the gym, if you are tired, go into the locker room, get a little like cold water from the sink, put it on your arm or your face. I'm talking about ice cold water. It really makes a difference. It's crazy. And you know what? I don't drink water, but I bet that drinking it as well, like cold water, I don't drink water. Okay, I don't drink cold water, but I bet that drinking a lot of cold water would also like really wake you up. But I don't like cold water because I'm always cold. And finally, there's actually a bonus tip for you today, for free. You're welcome. Passion. So what are you passionate about? So when you are living with passion and doing things that you're passionate about, you get an abundance of energy. I can't explain it. I'm sure there's some science behind it. Just think about this. Like, when you are doing something you love, like dancing, but you're dead tired, you are still gonna love it and have the energy to do it because you love it. And also, let's just talk about energy for a second. So energy is always there. It's always there, but there's things that get in the way, like crappy food, like breathing. Okay, if you're not doing deep breathing, you can have pretty low energy as well. So that's why I love yoga so much. A lot of people do yoga and they think it's just about stretching. A lot of it is about deep breathing, and that is what makes you feel so good afterwards. But let me tell you a little story about energy. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you are falling asleep, you have zero energy to do anything. Like, you have dirty dishes in the sink, there's no freaking way that you can do those. You got them doing tomorrow. You are still in your clothes, you can't even change, you can't take your makeup off. Whatever you do before bed, and you're just falling asleep. And then all of a sudden your fire alarm goes off and you have to run out of your house because your apartment building is on fire. Where'd you get that energy from, huh? Well, I'll tell you where you got that energy from. You got that energy from the desire to live, okay, or the passion to live. So always know that energy, unlimited energy, is inside of you. We just need to tap into it and find the things that help bring it out. And also, it's a big mental thing. So, if you tell yourself that you're always tired, if you convince yourself that you have low energy and you just have no type of like stamina, or you're just, you can't possibly work out, you're just too tired, you have kids, you have school, guess what? Mind-body connection. This is connected. This is not separate. So everything you physically do affects your mind. And every single thing you think, every thought you think, every word you say affects your body. So don't forget that energy is inside of us and we just have to release it. Loads of energy. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I thank you so much for watching. Peace.